I'm Cradeaux Alexander, and this is my exhibition. It's called Scripted Bodies. It's a 9-year retrospective of work of mine from 2009 to present. It includes a live premiere performance of Bluebeard, which is happening this evening.
Can you tell us a little bit about the video artwork we have on exhibit behind us?
Yeah, it's a combination of video performance for camera, often including myself, where I enact various characters and persona. And it also includes scripted work with other people. So I work with people, we write scripts together, and then we perform them for camera, and then the edited process becomes the video that you see.
And how long have you been working on video artwork then?
15 years, I suppose. Yeah, but this work, it starts at 2009. Which is a very specific date, I know, but there's a reason for that. It's because there was a work that I made called Lecture, and it was at Tokyo Wondersite, which is a residency that I did with Chris Wainwright, who's an artist who's recently passed away. And last year, after I finished work here at Bow, I was looking back at some of my back catalogue, and I realized that there was a good, interesting, I think, thread which in the work from then to now. It seemed to kind of underlay a lot of stuff that I was making. So it really begins at 2009 with Lecture, which is a performance lecture for camera. And then a lot of the work that came out of that was just influenced by it. So I chose selectively from the work that I've been making over this past 9 years to show here.
And can you tell us what are some of the distinct features of your visual artwork that we can see behind?
Well, you will see me as a stripper, you will see me as a pseudo-academic, you will see me as a porn lecturer, you will see me as a cowboy, various stock characters that we all know, and then they become distorted and morphed and switched around.
Interesting. And also, a little bit later in the afternoon, we're going to have a performance from you. Can you tell us a little more about what's on display?
Yes, that's Bluebeard, and it's a live work with video installation. There's a soprano, there are a couple of actors, there's me, and it's based on the story by Charles Perrault, Bluebeard from 1697, which is about the eponymous Bluebeard, who's a very ugly man, aristocrat, privileged guy who really wants love. And when he gets love, he gets it only because of his money, so he thinks because he's so ugly he repels all the women that he wants. So out of spite, he offers them an ultimatum, and this particular ultimatum is a deadly one, and whether or not they choose to partake in this ultimatum is ultimately decides their fate. So this, in the context of today, I was thinking a lot about the right-wing leaders who are quite thin-skinned, and they have a lot of pomp. Some of them who begin with the letter T have interesting head hair. So the two things kind of came together, this kind of this repellent pomposity, but this one that really wants attention and love, and I think we see that in a lot of political leaders. So that was the driver for me to get into Bluebeard.
Yeah, the ageless experience of wealth creating insecurity, certainly. So tell us a little bit about essentially. I guess you've expressed it there a little bit, but just on an artistic level, is it just a social commentary you're using Bluebeard for then, or what is the message you're trying to get across?
Yes, that was the driver. I mean, this is, I think, number 3 out of a series of works I've been making with the Lux, which is my theatre company, which this show also shows some work that we've been making here at Bow for the past 3 years. And one of them was from Rhino, which is based on Rhinoceros by Ionesco, which is about fascism. One is about an old Picasso play called Desire Caught by the Tail, which is a play that he wrote when he was under Nazi arrest in France. So this is the final way of kind of thinking about neo-fascism. And Bluebeard, for me, was a very obvious character who had a very obvious character to play with in relation to the person who's sitting in the White House now. And it just follows into this right-wing movement, which I just have to say something about, but I want to do it through art.
Well, I've said actually now that the best thing that can come out of Trump is some good protest art. So looking forward to seeing what you prepared for us.
Thank you. Though I should say that I wouldn't necessarily call it political in that way. If you're expecting to see me go after Trump, you won't see that. This is just between you and me.
Thank you so much.